Good morning, Bliss Collective. Good morning, good morning, good morning to you. It's Wednesday, Hump Day, here in the Bliss Collective. So glad to be here with you all. And I would love it if you're here with me to let me know. Uh, very, it helps. It helps to know that there are people who are just totally here with what's happening live. Yay. So it's Wednesday again. I am uh, coming to you from the Hartley Center for Mindfulness and Self Mastery on the road. I don't know if some of you may recognize, you've seen my background when I'm at my mama's, visiting my mama. She had her vaccinations, and I thought I would come and check on mama. She's 88 years young. Uh, for a couple more months until her birthday in July. And so, you gotta take care of your mama. So I came to see how she's doing. And also, it's kind of fun to kind of be doted on by mama as well. So I'm hoping that all of you are doing well and having a good week. And this is the Hump Day Happy Chat, which I've moved to here in the Bliss Collective just to make it something special for you. And the whole idea of the Hump Day Happy Chat is to talk about um, tools and tips and practices and philosophies and perspectives that can help you do exactly what we're here to do, create a movement that is helping more people in the world access bliss. And I say access it rather than find it, although I did put in here how to find bliss, especially when you're done, like you're two through, you're at your wits end, you're over it. uh, Bliss is a very special thing, and it's available to all of us, each of us, at all times. And it's just a matter of committing to um, the ways that you do it, committing to being the you that is willing to anchor in your bliss no matter what. So that's today. Today's topic is I'm at my wits' end. I'm at my wits' end. How many of you have felt this? And if you're listening on the replay, that's cool. I love it. Please um, hashtag replay and leave me a comment or a shout out. Love to know how the things that I'm doing are serving you. I also want to call your attention a little commercial, for you to please look under the announcements. And I have another tiny request. I think we timed this one at like 3 minutes. I'd love some information from you. I'm my passion, as you know, creating this group was all about where I'm wanting to help people get to. That was really poor grammatical statement, but whatever. Where I'm trying to help people transform themselves so they can experience a transformation in their lives. Like it does come from there, right? Your life is emanating from you. It doesn't look like that. We're not taught that. But so that's why we're here. Let's figure it out in a different way. And so I want to be as pinpointed as possible. Things come to me a lot through my people that I talk to, and conversations and questions that I get, and circles in which I travel. And so I will get an idea, something will come to me, and literally sometimes I don't know what I'm going to say in this Hump Day Happy Chat um, until I sit down and start to type it. There are times when I wake up and I've actually gotten better at this. There are times when I wake up and I'm like, oh my God, I don't know what I'm going to talk about today. And I've gotten to the place where it doesn't scare me so much anymore. A blank piece of paper doesn't scare me as much as it used to. Imagine writing a book when every blank piece of paper scared you. That's why it took so many years. Um, and so I I allow um, the energy to come to me, and for me to be a vessel and a channel for that energy to come into the world. And I like to be very directed too. If that serves you, a specific thing serves you more than the specific thing that came to me, then I'd like to play in both spaces. So the ask that I have is a very sincere one. I need your input, right? I need you to be an active inputter. And so under the announcements, you'll see a survey monkey request about pain points. Pain points being, what are the reasons that you really would like help here? Like what are the things we're tackling, the issues that are kind of, if you could make those things go away, wow, upside is huge. And so it's a little survey monkey. This is the second one, and I'm not going to tell you it's going to be the last one because I need your feedback and input in order to be the best me for you. Help me help you. Um, so please take a minute and look at the survey. We have had a few people responses, but the more responses I get, the more I can tell what is really, a bigger issue versus I have 5 people. Okay, so please and thank you. And so now we'll get into this hump day happy chat. I'm at my wits end, and I'm hoping that nobody's actually thinking that right now. Where this came from was I was talking with someone yesterday, and they were done. Like they had it, and I don't mean at their wits end like they're done with their life and they're suicidal. That's not what I mean. What I mean is they're done with their life the way it's unfolding. Like like they can't take anymore. Like it just. Have you ever had that feeling? Um, Wits End. So I looked it up. Of course, you know, I'm into. I'm a communications major undergrad. I'm into meanings and words and lingo and languages. So I looked up dictionary.com, merriam-webster.com, a number of different places all say basically the same thing. So when you're at your wits end, this is like completely perplexed. It's an idiom, and it's completely perplexed, not knowing like what to do. Like, okay, I, I got nothing. I've tried this and 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 this. I'm not. I got nothing. I got nothing. Believe it or not, this idiom dates back to the 14th century. 14th century. Wow. There goes my nose. 14th century, when a Englishman wrote a poem called Piers Plowman, and Wits End is mentioned in the poem. Now, what's interesting is this poem is like a book. It's a long, I think there, excuse me, it's like an allegorical story poem about this guy and named Piers Plowman, and it goes through his life. And anyway, Wits End is this space of I don't know what to do. Um, Interesting little nugget. I love Robin Hood and Robin Hood tales, and there have been so many different variations on that, movies and stuff. Um, it contains the first known literary reference to this tradition of Robin Hood. Now, I haven't read the poem, so I can't tell you all the details, but these are some of the little nuggets I found when I looked up this idiom. I'm at my wits' end. And it's really interesting. When you think about wits, like what are wits? You, Intelligent observation, your keen perception, your ingenuity, your your um, your faculties that allow you the ability to see, understand, connect the dots, mental faculties, your senses, like to be at one's wits end or to be frightened out of your wits is like you don't have access to anything that those faculties, those abilities would give you anymore. Like those were the way out of where you are, and those are no longer accessible. Like, imagine that. Imagine. So, um, if you haven't felt this, I'm really excited for you. For those of you who have, and I'm one of them, when I think about the times when I've been at my wits' end, I had a desolate feeling. I could tell physiologically, I could feel my shoulders just kind of like, weight of the world is taking me down, and I can't, there's nothing I can do about it. This is where I am. And multiple times in a lifetime, it's been for me. What's interesting is this kind of dichotomy. So each time that I feel I've been at my wits' end, it feels like I've never been there before. It's just a brand new ugh. And at the same time, I can make a comparison, like this time feels worse than the last time. So isn't that interesting? How could it be the first time I've ever been here, but then I have an ability to compare it to the last time I was here? So it's definitely doing a little mind twisting on us, right? That's our wits trying to make sense of things that we can't make sense of. Um, the last time that I remember, I'm like being at this real place of desolation, and this is different from, you get to something and it didn't work, and then you go a different way and you figure it out. That's not what I'm talking about. So here's a story. This the things I'm talking about. Those of you who felt it, it is like I'm done. I I can't move this marble any. I don't know what to do. Crush the marble and go back. And I have done that. There have been a couple of times in my life where I just decided that being at my wits' end was the world telling me, you cannot have this. This is not for you. You're done. And that's why I wanted to talk about this, because I know now that is not what the world was saying. That's what I was feeling. That's the way I interpreted the situation. But it wasn't, I don't believe that that was what the story was, because, hey, I'm still here and I'm moving things forward with the same vision, my same dharma or purpose on the planet is still unfolding. Not always the way I want at times, but it's still in motion. And I can see that and feel that and be a part of that. And that's why I wanted to do this message today, because it's very important to understand that sometimes these poignant things happen to give us an opportunity to just take stock. Sometimes it's just to give us an opportunity to get the heck out of the way. Like, we are co-creators with the universe, and sometimes I know I'm in the way of the universe. I'm in the way of things operating more smoothly. Why? Because I have an attachment to the way it should work. So a poignant time recently for me was in 2019, when my contract to teach the courses I created based on my book at University of California, Irvine. My Living 101, Being Happy and Whole, Living 102, Happy and Whole Practicum. And we were working with a freshman residence hall called the Life Scholars House. And it was 55 beautiful, beautiful freshmen in a living learning community that was focused on the wisdom that I was teaching in my courses and supporting them from the beginning of their first step into life after high school, life in post-secondary. It was really, really cool. And I was just, we were looking at expansion here, looking at how we take the courses online. It just felt ripe with possibility until there wasn't any possibility. I had uh, been to several different deans to try and find funding. So I call it, my victim self. I was walking around campus with my hat in my hand and, begging for funding to keep these courses going. And the victim energy in me did come out. I did feel like everything was against me and I couldn't go any further, and why was this happening to me? I did allow myself to get into the grip of that old energy that I've been abandoned by the world or by God or by my ancestors, or however you want to think about your help in this realm. I'd been abandoned. I'd worked so hard. Why wasn't this coming together? I'm a good girl. Here I am trying to do things to benefit others, and I'm really like passionate about it and giving of my heart. And why isn't this working? Why am I being abandoned? Um, we had great data, we had beautiful testimonials, we had students saying, why isn't this class being taught anymore for the whole next quarter after the courses were dropped? Students were reaching out to me saying, I'm trying to register for your course and I can't find it. And like, imagine what that feels like. It did not feel good. And I was completely impotent to change it. I couldn't, there was nothing I could do. There was no funding. No one was going to do this. And so I was like, okay, I just totally let go. Whoop, let go of the reins. Let go of the reins, Valerie. That's what I had to do. I did go into the space of forlornness. Like, that's what it felt like. I feel like I was in this space for a little bit. And so here's what I want to share. Those times are beautiful and perfect when we allow them to be. When we notice, hey, okay, I've gotten to my wits' end, meaning I can't use my human faculties to figure this out. Now, I'm a pretty smart cookie. I'm a pretty smart cookie. I believe that we're all pretty smart cookies. And your brilliance is your brilliance. No matter what failures or mistakes or faults or anything, everyone has brilliance. We're all endowed as brilliant beings. So getting to our wits' end just means that the faculties that we have for sorting it out are just not working. And so what do we do when things aren't working? Well, that's a good time for a pause. That's a good time to stop and let go of the reins. Take your foot off the gas, take your hands off the steering wheel, and just be. Stop doing everything and just be. Now, most of us are humans doing, not human beings. We are really taught at a very young age that productivity is how we get anywhere. Do this, do that. If at first you don't succeed, try and try again. Nothing wrong with those. They can serve you. There are times when those mentalities, those platitudes, I call them sacred cow beliefs, those things that we just can't let go of, and we were raised with them, and you can hear your grandmother and your great grandmother saying them in your head. Like, those are things that sometimes we just have to go, enough of that. Enough of that. We start to get in our own way, and sometimes my very own doingness, trying to make it happen, find a way, get her done, like, can actually thwart my efforts, can actually, well, really tire me out to no avail. So again, one of the things that I call to your attention over and over again is that it's critical, absolutely critical, for you to be in a noticing place, for you to be able to notice where you are. Because your life is your life. In this collective with our 84 members, yay, 84 members strong and growing. Thank you so much. Each of you is running your life. Your life doesn't have to conform to the way my life looks. That's not what this is about. This is about you creating your bliss, accessing your bliss, expressing your bliss in your life as you. From you, to you, for you, by you. And so being able to notice, where am I right now? I feel like I'm at a stopping point. Okay, when a stop sign shows up, stop. Stop everything. Stop. And for me, it was a stopping point. I had to stop and just go, okay. And part of it was licking my wounds. I was sad. I felt very sad. I was afraid. I was afraid that all my work was going to come to nothing. It was going to mean nothing. And then And then, in the quiet of just being, things start to unfold differently. So sometimes we hit a stopping point so that we can lift our eyes to see from whence cometh our help. You know, when you're working and you're like, you got your eyes down and you're getting stuff done, keep your head down, get stuff done. And sometimes stopping point is about, how about lift up those eyes? Oh, oh, here's where I am. To let go of the attachment to the how. I'm reading a new book now that a dear friend recommended called Who, Not How, which is all about um, getting out of the mental machinations of how everything has to unfold. And that when we are focused on the how, we are often thwarting our own efforts and slowing ourselves down. We aren't meant to do all aspects of the thing. We're not meant to have all the answers or even to go find them. So focusing on, well, so who is the right person to help in this moment? Who is the right person to help bring this to life? That can sort things out in a much more expansive and quick way. So sometimes the stop is to get us to let go of the how and to focus on something that really is ours to do. That's one of my morning intentions, that I stay focused on the main things and that I am clearly directed in what is mine to do, and that I allow what is not mine to do to be done by someone else. Notice allow. Allow. We've got to release our need to have things unfold according to only the plan we have in our wits. Only the plan we have in our wits. A stopping point is an opportunity to allow all the aspects of the plan to come into right alignment. Coordination, orchestration, and unfolding. And it can be difficult. It doesn't have to be. It can be. It can be a beautiful time of saying, I'm at a stopping point and I'm going to get some new perspective. I'm going to let go of what I'm trying to push. And this can happen for a momentary thing like a deadline, like lift up. Take a minute, take 10, take an hour, take a day. Not necessarily for your whole life plan does this happen. So here's the to-dos. Here are the things that can help you through this period. The headline, accept, allow, receive, regroup, and hashtag keep on keeping on. Keep on keeping on. Accept, allow, receive, regroup, and keep on keeping on. So, acceptance that everything is here for a reason and it's unfolding perfectly, even if my wits won't allow me to fully understand it. If I can't get it, I don't get why this is happening. I don't want this to be happening. Even when I can't get it, can I just accept that that's what it is? That's what it is. Doesn't necessarily mean I'm bad or wrong or unworthy. It doesn't have to bring up negative things inside me. It might, to give me an opportunity to heal those things. It just might be where it is. Oh well, this is where things are. Feel what you're feeling and make it all right to feel those things. Don't make yourself wrong because you feel upset that something isn't working. It's okay to feel upset that something isn't working. It's not what you want. It's okay to feel upset. Accept where you are, no matter what, and make that all right. But I didn't want to fail. I didn't want this to happen this way. I should be blah, blah, blah. I should be teaching this course. The school should be helping me. Like there could be all kinds of shouldas, couldas, and wouldas. And they should have done this and those shouldn't. Waste of time. Waste of time. I am where I am. These things are where they are. And I will accept them. Okay. And the thing about acceptance is that you give up your resistance to everything. Give up resistance. And resistance makes negative things persist. So when I just allow myself to accept where I am, no matter what, and make it all right, it's perfect. Don't know why I'm here. Not such a big fan of it right now, and I'm willing to understand. Why did I bring myself here? What is on this journey that I was supposed to get as a part of going even further? What's at this rest station? We were a military family. We moved a lot on the highways and byways in a car. And rest stations were really cool things, rest stops. Really cool things. And there used to be, on a lot of the highways, we were on Howard Johnson's restaurants, and I used to love to get the fried clams. We're going back. This is the way back machine. But the whole idea of a rest stop being a place to disengage from the travel, disengage from the journey, disengage from the goal, disengage from the need to be somewhere other than I am right now. Not getting somewhere, just being where I am right now and making that beautiful, making that all right, making that perfectly timed and magnificent. Accepting and allowing are critical. Affirm everything is very, very right. This is also a great time to stoke the flames of your faith and trust while you rest and remain detached. Detached. Letting go is a way that you allow the extra forces in the universe, the divine mind, divine energy, to contribute to you, to take you where you want to go without it being so much work on your part. I am totally into ease, peace, and grace these days. It's totally about how can I get further doing less? Where's the less is more, the less is more equation in my life? How can I play more and still succeed? How can I laugh and dance and disengage from work and still make a difference? It's a wonderful question, and I'm willing to allow it in my life as big as it wants to be. So allowing the rest stop, triggering your faith and trust. One of the things that I love about an exercise that I offer for faith and trust is because it's reminding you that you've been here before, and actually you got out of it. You moved past this space. It's called I can, I have, I am thinking. I can, I have, I am thinking. You basically, I can do whatever this is. I can find a way to, I can accept a way to move my courses forward. I have actually been able to get beyond little stopping points before. I am going to get beyond this one. Like, trigger your faith and trust. Bring up the positive mind. Stay in positivity. That all of this, that it's the end, is an illusion that's being created by wits running out of control. And then be curious. One of the most important things of a person on the journey of life is to be curious. Not to be knowing it all based on what you've done in the past, but be curious about what more is possible that you have no idea about. That's what's new. That's where the new opportunities lie. What is being called for from you? What shift would make everything go forward even faster? What if the slowdown is to enable you to speed up? What if the contraction is to allow greater expansion? What about it? When you're able to sit in the I'm at my wits' end and say, and this is a perfect place to be right now, and I know what's on the other side, more magnificence is going to be mine. That probably makes being at your wits' end feel a lot more positive, a lot more beneficial, a lot more of a gift from you to you, to just breathe and be. So next time you feel like you've hit a brick wall, pick your head up, dust yourself off, and take a break. Notice where you are. Say thank you. I'm stopping, taking a pause, taking my hands off the steering wheel, getting out of my own way, and I'm going to accept, allow, receive, regroup, and then I'm going to keep on keeping on. That's it for today's Hump Day Happy Chat. Thank you so much for joining me live or for watching the replay. I love your comments, questions. Please provide some. I'll definitely interact with you, engage with you. Thank you very much for being a member of the Bliss Collective. Please invite your friends. The more the merrier. Remember, we are a movement. We are a community creating a movement for more peace, love, joy, and emotional freedom on the planet. So we do it together. Many blessings. I always close with the metta prayer, the prayer of loving kindness from the Buddha. May all beings be peaceful. May all beings be safe. May all beings be happy. May all beings awaken to the light of their true nature. And may all beings be free. Many blessings. Thank you so much. Take care. Happy Hump Day.